Happy Friday, everybody. How you doing? Today is Friday. It's the last day of our first week of Miss Byrd Believes in Books. I hope you were able to watch some of the other episodes, and I hope you enjoyed them. If you did watch them and you enjoyed one particular story, if you will just drop me a comment, or you can send me a message, or you can send me an email and let me know, which one you like best. Will be reading more next week, and I kind of have a surprise, but I don't want to tell you about it until Monday. This is kind of at the request of some of my former students. So I'm not going to tell what it is until Monday, all right? So be looking for that surprise on Monday, and that will be especially for some people that have requested something. All right, so today's book is actually a little bit special to me. Whenever I got it because it had the name of one of my pets at the time. I'm pretty positive that I picked it up from a book fair, one of the first book fairs that I had when we were still at North. But not exactly positive that that's where it came from. Whenever I saw the cover and I saw the author, then that definitely interested me. And you may do that sometimes too. If you like a particular author, and just like I read yesterday, Stan and Jen Berenstain. Well, let's say that you find another book that they've written, and you say, I really like those books. I really like those authors. So sometimes you kind of go with, the author instead of necessarily what the book is. And that's the case for this particular story. The author is Judy Shatner. And does anybody recognize that author? That author, actually, she is the person who wrote Skippy John Jones. Skippy John Jones is also another one of my favorite stories. And I have, I think, just about all of his books. And I definitely will be reading one of those soon, okay? Like I said, this was based on one of my pets that I had at the time whenever I got the book. It's called Bits and Pieces, and the main character's name is Tink. And like I said, I had a cat, and her name was Tinkerbell, and we shortened it to Tink. So I'm going to show you those pictures real quick of my Tink, okay, before I get started with the book. Hold on just a second. I'm going to pull it up on my phone. Here's my Tink. She's no longer with us, and I miss her terribly. She was a pistol. She was a little bit temperamental. She was very lovable, but not to everybody, okay? And one of the funny things about her is we had a black lab at the time, and that black lab was like 5 times bigger than her, but was scared of her. That was our mama dog. Here's Tink again. This is what she loved to do. I'd be up there washing my face or brushing my teeth. She'd hop up into the sink, and cats love running fresh water. And she was getting her a drink of water. So I took the picture real quick. So again, this is my Tink, and Cassidy is actually the one we got her as a baby. She named her Tinkerbell, and I had her and her sister for many years, and they were inside and outside door cats. And Tinkerbell, she's been gone probably about a year now, and but she was a very special cat to me. So I'm going to get started on the story. And the main character is Tink, T-I-N-K. It's called Bits and Pieces by Judy Shatner. It is a 3.8. It's worth half a point. The quiz number is 166577. And at the beginning, some of the authors will actually tell you who they wrote the book for, or maybe they dedicated the book to someone. And at the beginning it says, for a cat, Tink was an odd duck. Perhaps it was because he had been raised by a granny man Or maybe it was because his brain was the size of a frozen pea. Hold on, let me get this picture real quick. Look at him when he was a tiny baby. Oh. No matter, his family loved their boy to bits. One time when he and his sisters were quite young, they peeked into each one of his little brown ears. And do you know what they saw? They saw each other. And this explained a lot, such as their cat's eating habits. Now I'm going to read to you what Tink liked to eat. 2 pool noodles, 1 flip-flop, packing peanuts, 3 Chinese lanterns, 1/3 of a shower curtain, a dollhouse furniture, or some dollhouse furniture, rubber bands, good plants, bad plants, more rubber bands, tiny beads, baubles, maybe that's supposed to be bubbles, but it looks like baubles, 1 blue bunny, a brooch, and a slinky. Now, over here on this page, when they said they looked through his ears and they saw each other, what does that mean? That means that he doesn't have a brain. So they're kind of like saying that he's not very smart, okay? After months of sneaking these kinds of snacks, Tink teetered into the kitchen and tipped over. And no amount of coaxing could put their boy back on his paws. So his mother, who loved her boy to bits, had no choice but to take Tink to the kitty clinic, where they treated him with green gloves and a giant red pill. So he had eaten way too many things that he was not supposed to. So his mom had to take him to the kitty doctor, which is a veterinarian. When Tink came home, he had forgotten all about being sick, but he never forgot the excitement of being outdoors. Still, Tink enjoyed his life as an indoor cat because he did everything with his family. He read with them, he bathed with them, he worked with them, and he played with them. So look at there. There he is in the pet carrier. And so as he is walking by, he notices all the squirrels and the things that are outside. But from time to time, his family had to leave Tink home alone, so they decided to find their sweet boy a little friend to keep him company. After a few awkward moments and a tussle, so they got Tink a kitten to play with. But look, I don't think he's too happy about that. Big and Little settled in for a long, cozy nap. And from that moment on, the 2 cats loved each other to bits and pieces. Just as he had learned to be a good cat from his granny man, Tink decided to be a mother-brother to his kitten. Among his many lessons were weaving and warming and how to help with the laundry. Though his experience was limited, Tink's best lessons were all about the great outdoors. And over the years, he tried to get more experience. Get back here, Sneaky Pete! Oh, no, you don't, Monkey Pants! Gotcha, Butterball! But it was a battle Tink would always lose. So Tink's wanting to go outside. And he looks outside with the kitten, and He's wanting to go out there and experience more outdoors, and then his owners won't let him. Miss Byrd has a cat that does that too. And on his way to becoming a very old cat, Tink would lose many more things. So that's why on his 20th birthday, Tink licked a stick of butter, then slipped unnoticed out the front door while his father brought in the newspaper. For the first time in his life, Tink was an outdoor cat, and it felt intoxicating. He strolled past 2 barking dogs and 3 squawking crows. Then Tink wove his woe through a thick stand of bamboo. Intoxicating means like it just makes him feel wonderful, and he loves the way that he feels when he's outdoors, and he just can't get enough of it. Until he met the moon on the other side. "I'm going home now," announced the old boy. So there he is, and it's become nighttime. Or so he thought, because after a night of wandering, Tink woke up confused and hungry inside the middle of an old rubber tire. And sitting on the floor right next to him was a plate of fresh pink salmon. A block away, 2 little girls were studying a poster about a lost cat. "Hey," said Maya, "isn't that the cat in the Walker's garage?" "Yep," said Allie, "it sure is." Then off they flew like 2 feathers in the wind. So here is a picture, and Tink's owners have put out a lost and reward poster for him because they're missing him. Then it says, "Lost cat, Tink, last seen licking a stick of butter, reward," and then there's a phone number. So where do you think those little girls are going? Where do you think they're headed to? They're right around the corner, and 2 streets down, the cat stranger was beginning to cause a real commotion. So here's what some of these children are saying. "Where did he come from? It's like a miracle. Ooh, he's so cute. Will they keep him? He came from the tire. Do you think he can see? His eyes are so glassy. No, Tugger likes to eat cats." Just as Tink was basking in the glow of so many new friends, a nice man plucked him from the tire and placed him inside a cardboard box. "Sorry, fella," said the man. "We've got to bring you to the animal shelter." But moments before the lid was lowered, the 2 little sleuths on silver scooters came racing toward the crowd. Huffing and puffing, right behind them was a lady who looked like she had lost her best friend. So who were those girls that were on those scooters? And where's this man about to take Tink to? He's about to take him to the animal shelter. "We found her!" shouted the girls, dropping their scooters. "Found who?" someone shouted. "Tink's mother, of course," replied the girls. "It's another miracle," declared a child. Well, it wasn't a miracle, but to the lady who loved her boy to bits and pieces, it sure felt like one. Over in the box, Tink sat as still as a stick until he looked up and saw 2 sweet girls who reminded him of his own sisters. "Come on, cutie pie," said Allie. "You're going home," said Maya. Then as both girls gently lifted the old boy up for one last kiss, they couldn't help but see into Tink's soft brown ears. And do you know what they saw? What did they see? They saw each other. So now Tink's back home with his kitty and with his family. And so I'm very happy to know that Tink was able to be found And even though he liked to go outside and he explored a little bit, but it says at the back, silly old boy, everyone loves him to bits and pieces. There's his two sisters. And so, where do you think the title of the book came from? Bits and Pieces. They loved him to bits and pieces. So and they used that throughout the story. And again, the book is a 3.8, and the quiz number is 166577. So, I hope you love your family and your pets to bits and pieces. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you get outside and enjoy some of this beautiful, beautiful weather. Miss Byrd's about to go outside, and I'm going to enjoy some of this sunshine because I've been inside most of the time. So I have so much enjoyed our first week. I hope you have, and I look forward to seeing you on Monday. Bye, guys. Y'all have a great weekend.